rejected the demand for his resignation as BCCI chief. Arriving in Mumbai today, he said that he cannot be bulldozed to resign. He added that BCCI will follow rules. His involvement is concerned, and the sources tell us that Mumbai police is very confident as far as getting Mayappan's custody. Now, like you just mentioned, Srinivasan is also expected to reach the Metropolitan Court. Right now, do you have any inputs? Where is he right now, Srinivasan, and is he going to be facing Mayappan face to face, or they both will be meeting each other in the presence of Mumbai Crime Branch officials?
No, there are not fixed news that
on him to resign, but we've heard Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kamal Nath speaking categorically that he should resign as BCCI chief because he has lost his credibility. So as far as the political...
to tell him, to pressurize him to resign from his post.
All right, Shweta, you stay put there with us. Meanwhile, let me go across to our correspondent Sanjay Ghosh. As far as the fate of Chennai Super Kings is concerned, what are you picking from your sources? What is the position, legally or otherwise, the Chennai Super Kings they are taking as of now? And of course, now they have a big battle on ground also to face. Sports Minister Jitendra Singh responding to a very vital question whether Srinivasan should step down or not. Well, he said as far as the position taken by Sports Ministry is concerned, he said that it is the call on moral grounds that N. Srinivasan has to take, and there's no further comment on it from him. Now let's go back to our correspondents who've been tracking the story from Mumbai, Chennai, as well as our sports correspondent Shweta joining me from newsroom. Shweta, if you could get me now again sports desk, and also I quickly thank Sanjay Ghosh for joining us from Chennai, as well as Mohsin from Mumbai. Meanwhile, the latest from Delhi, the Delhi police today said that an international bookie has been arrested from Hyderabad. Delhi Police Commissioner Neeraj Kumar said that there was that he has been interrogated. Short commercial break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Ahmedabad Crime Branch today arrested an alleged bookie Vinod Mulchandani from the satellite area of the Gujarat city. 1.28 crore rupees. Another commercial break. Stay with us. Welcome back. Moving on, festival of Buddh Purnima is being celebrated throughout the country today. The President, Vice President and Prime Minister have greeted the nation. And with that, we wrap up this segment of Midday News and DD News. Coming up next is Prime Meridian. Stay tuned. Namaskar. That, of course, was Law Minister Kapil Sibal in that press conference. Just to quickly do a recap of the important points that he reiterated, he started by saying that the Government of India is committed to not let down the million of cricket fans. Therefore, the need of the hour, and I quote Mr. Sibal, the need of the hour is to have a very strong law to deal with all kinds of unfair practices, not only in cricket but also in sports as a whole. He also said that a very strong, all-inclusive definition. They are evolving a very strong, all-inclusive definition of unfair practices, what would really describe what unfair practices in sports is all about. And it is kept in mind that it will have in its ambit all aspects of betting and illegal activities that are in sports, including the technology, the nature of conspiracies, the sign language, which can be used to alter the outcome of the game. And as far as evolving that definition of unfair practices is concerned, these points would be taken into consideration. He also said that the opposition is certainly on board with the government as far as the consensus within all political parties is certainly that there is a need for a very strong stand-alone national legislation which will do away with these unfair practices, not only in cricket but also in sports. And he also did mention towards the end of the presser that his ministry has attempted a draft draft on the same lines, the draft on the same lines, which will be discussed with the sports ministry in future course of time, and that further would also be discussed with various experts of various disciplines of sports as well as all stakeholders. Well, that's a quick wrap-up of the press conference that's happening right now, addressed by Law Minister Kapil Sibal. And now let's... Well, those were the top stories, and now let's take a look at them in detail. Parliamentary Affairs Minister Kamal Nath today said that N. Srinivasan should resign as BCCI chief because he has lost his credibility. He added that the government is examining the issue and will not let down the cricket lovers of the country. And responding to a question whether Srinivasan should resign or not, Sports Minister Jitendra Singh said that he should take a call, Srinivasan should take a call on moral grounds. Earlier, BCCI chief N. Srinivasan rejected the demands for his resignation as BCCI chief. Arriving in Mumbai today, he said that he cannot be bulldozed to resign. He said that BCCI will follow rules. Welcome back. Well, Delhi Police today said that an international bookie has been arrested from Hyderabad. Delhi Police Commissioner Neeraj Kumar said that he was being interrogated. Arrested an alleged bookie Vinod Mulchandani from the satellite area of the Gujarat city, 1.28 crore rupees in cash. Other news, President Pranab Mukherjee today said that evolving demographic profile of the country was an opportunity for greater development. Inaugurating Maharaja Agrasen University at Solan in Himachal Pradesh, he exhorted youth to be qualified and trained to participate in national progress, as 2/3 of our population is expected to be in the working age group of by 2025. The President asked for private institutions to support education system, saying that international experience shows private sector and alumni participation are behind the success of Harvard, Yale and Stanford and other top international universities.
We had it.
Showing concern over rising incidents of crime against women and children, the President called for effective measures to ensure that their safety and security, underlining the need to arrest the moral decline and reversal of degradation of value system in the society. Infant and maternal mortality rates in India have been a cause for grave concern for some time now, and to have an effective control on these Janani Shishu Suraksha Karyakram, this program was initiated. Let us take a look at all the progress that has been made so far in this. We'll be heading for a very short commercial break. We'll be back in a while. Stay with us.